What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Nepharix Plays Destroy All Humans. This should be the finale. If you've been keeping up with me this long, I appreciate you. Whoa, 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 whoa. So what we're going to do is just slowly get out of the air here. I'm going to upgrade more stuff around right here. Let's actually do some damage now. See what happens here. It's humanly possible. Doing it, we're looking pretty good. Oh, is she still going? Because before she was doing that weird jump kick thing. Keep it going. There we go. Damage from this. Perfect. Kind of depending on how fast I beat them, that kind of dictates like the amount of health you're gonna have. That's pretty sweet. Inflict as much damage as I can. Oh fuck, oops. Ah, come on! This one's gonna be harder than I thought. Alright. Most effort I'm probably ever gonna put into this game. Let's try it once more. Gonna take it through. Alright, let's see. See how this works out. I think I figured out the strategy. And around in circles we go. When we stop, nobody knows. See how she does against this. literally just gonna be like an endless barrage. Like I can't take my finger off the RT. Feeding her bullets. Perfect. Let's see what I can do here. Do my best to like limit her health. Perfect. Keep unloading this here. Make sure I grab this up. The ammo is what's important. Oh, I think I might be able to get her. Nice. Looking good there. Want to make sure I destroy a lot of this stuff before more turrets start popping off. Come on. Perfect. Damn. Relentless, Jesus Christ. There we go. Going. Keep relentless. And this barrage. I think I got it. Perfect. Look at that. That took some effort. Whew.
You beat me. I can't believe you actually
No kidding.
beat me.
They never do. You know, you don't look so hot.
Majestic will never give up the struggle to resist you alien freaks.
Struggle's over, babe. Furon's won, humans zipperoonie.
You think you won? You think America is the only human civilization on Earth?
That's what all the Americans seem to think. At least the ones asking.
Smug little insect. There are 3 billion people on this planet. And everywhere there are humans, there is Majestic.
Sorry, dollface. Without you, Majestic's just a bunch of dudes in crappy black suits.
Majestic. Empty. 12. The 12 all over the world.
Attention, humans. I am Cryptosporidium of the planet Furon. This planet is now a territory of the Furon Empire.
I like it how we conquer the world
Yes.
and no one's none the wiser. Holy crap. Slowly going up the food chain, but that was pretty hot. That got me at 32,000 DNA. President found alive. I love it. It just looked like them for the rest of the time.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. In recent days, rumors have run rampant of flying saucers, alien invaders from other worlds, indeed, of my own demise. I'm speaking to you tonight to put these rumors to rest. The truth is, America has been attacked, not by little green men, but red. And our invaders are most definitely of this earth. Despite the efforts of this administration, our nation has been infiltrated by communists, godless deviants who hate us for our freedom-loving way of life. Their conspiracy, details of which are only now coming to light, included drugging our water supplies and controlling our media via mind control. The result was mass hysteria, a national delusion which provided them the cover they needed to execute their fearful scheme. But your military and intelligence agencies fought back, and I'm proud to report that once again, America has emerged victorious. However, the price is dear. At this moment, millions of Americans are working hard and playing by the rules, unaware of the lingering toxic pollutants in their minds. To combat this lingering menace, we have set up testing centers across the nation, at shopping malls, local schools, even churches. The test is simple and painless. Why, our family had it just this morning, and I'm back at work. Doris is in the kitchen baking brownies, and little Billy's out playing tag in the rose garden right now. It's completely safe. So, trust your government. Trust your president. Freedom is on the march, my friends. Good night, and God bless America.
God, what does this do?
Step inside, citizen.
You sure this thing is safe?
Step inside, citizen.
Jeez, Louise. I don't know.
Hey, buddy, you heard the president. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us. Yeah!
Yeah.
Well, I guess a test couldn't hurt.
Huh? See what happens. Everyone's just mind controlled into submission.
Like shooting monkeys in a barrel.
And so, the world breathes a sigh of relief. The threat of alien invasion proved a false alarm. As for those who scan the skies for a real visit from outer space, they may be in for a very long wait. Perhaps the lesson is that we should turn our gaze inward, remembering that man's worst enemy is often himself.
Is that the end of the game? Oh, it is. Pretty fun game. The credits going to be rolling for the rest of the episode. I know last time on Fable I ended up skipping it, but I'm going to be watching this one, so I'm going to go ahead and give a review of the game. But if you kept up with me this long, I'll just be talking about my overall thoughts and things like that. So the beginning, it's kind of like a review. The beginning was kind of slow. Honestly, around 4 or 5. It's like 2-3 hours in. And like, I'm not a personal fan of the stealth missions, especially the one where is the candidate, or like you're trying to like do the mayor thing, you know, just mind control the mayor when you're in the beginning of the game. That was freaking difficult. Just explaining it, I think like I spent 30 minutes just trying to figure out like how to navigate. So maybe that could have been a little bit more user friendly, but you know, beyond that, those are like the 2 critiques that I have of it. But like beyond that, once you move on past into, you know, towards the end of the game, beyond those points that I mentioned with the mayor, it does definitely pick up a lot. You guys did see me see it. I was giving my thoughts as I was going. Just essentially, like, I had a good time with it, just, you know, being able to wreck stuff and not being as secret, but the story made sense. I did like the story a lot. Just kind of like the continuity of it and just overall everything else kind of going down in it. Just from beginning to end. Like, I understand the point of the stealth missions, but like the way that it was handled, I would have just differentiated a little bit more. I thought the robot final boss was cool. Kind of like let you use your saucer to fight a boss. I think that was kind of the point of it from my view. And then the overall, the actual final boss was quite challenging. You know, usually I take it on single life, but towards the end of the game there, like literally the last hour, I'm like, okay, I died a couple times, but that's fine. But yeah, I think I would probably give this game 7 or 8, 7.5 out of 10. It's pretty good, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you have nothing else to play and you just watch me play it, play it for yourself after all that, then, you know, just go ahead and dive in and see where you're at. Definitely had a good time with it, so yeah. And as we take a look here, also the concept of the art, you know, very menacing with the overall characters themselves. I did enjoy, you know, kind of like silhouette, like how the gender reveal was a big twist, but you know, they kind of like had that going with like the wide body and like, you know, the trench coat and things like that. That was cool about the game. Your overall character design of like, you know, kind of like the, what's the term I'm looking for? It's like those Clint Eastwood movies where like it's like the anti-hero. That's definitely what this game kind of felt like, with the aliens just coming in. Like, you understand why crypto is invading because of Crypto 136, but not completely. Maybe we could have had more. It was cool wrecking it. Maybe that's another critique too. Kind of just like a little bit more time, like focusing on Crypto 136 and why that relationship is so important. And like, I understand the cloning part of it. It's like wrecking our people, but maybe put like a little bit more emphasis on that. But beyond that, yeah, still 7.5. And then let's talk about weapons. The weapons of the game, I did find that pretty fun, and just like the 2 choices of gameplay you kind of have versus, like, you know, when you're on foot versus where you're in your saucer, and the fact that you were able to choose whatever you want to play. Personally, I was about to go grind out the rest of the DNA stuff, but I think it's cool what they did, giving you 32,000 DNA essentially, so that kind of just puts you in a good spot for the rest of the game if you want to like do any of the challenges or things like that. I did like the challenges, but I did play. The reason I didn't play it during the channel was just because, like, a lot of the times, right, like, the main focus, like, y'all are here for the gameplay. You're not here to watch me do, like, side missions and stuff, so I'm probably going to go back and do those, try to get the 3 stars on everything, and then everything else. I do like completing stuff, so overall I thought that was pretty cool. I'm getting a run through on here. Let's see. Another thing. What was that? How long to beat? So, excluding like episode 2, which was like 30 minutes of me just running around doing nothing. The overall campaign, what is that? We do 30-minute episodes, so that's about a 6-hour campaign. Can bust this thing out today, in a single day if you really wanted to, which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I might want to talk about. The 2-man army concept was cool, kind of just like busting through everything and taking everything on yourself, and kind of like the lead up and the progression from like, invading, like abducting cows. I thought that was like a classic thing. And just the tropes that they kind of pulled in that, kind of associated with aliens. To, kind of like starting with the cow to like, kind of like those movies where it's like obey. Like aliens are already here. And things like that. Voice talents, yeah. No, the voice actors were great, definitely. I enjoyed what they did. It felt very 1950s. God, I'm curious to see like what all these other countries sounds like. In terms of like the voices, like Konnichiwa, un alien sama hu sama. I wonder if there's like a Spanish version, just like El Muerte, El Alieno. I wonder if it's like a crappy dub, like how you see in those old 2005 movies that you used to see on the planes growing up. Just like, it's like bad lip syncs and everything else. And like it didn't sound anything like, no one believed, like couldn't get it fully in the movie just because like the voices were off. Although I don't know if that's been improved since then with like dubs. Like the only dubs I really like is just essentially anime for that point. Right, just because like they spend so much time in it and things like that. Like, Dragon Ball Z, like that voice was believable for Goku. Like I think the Japanese version is just literally this Japanese woman. Who's like getting pretty old now, just because like the series has been running since like late 1980s. Was that like 35 years? But I digress. Art, very cool with the art. Enjoyed that, kind of like the concepts. The loading screens were probably my favorite, kind of just like those little blurbs in between each thing. You know what I'm talking about? So essentially you would have like every mission had a unique loading screen, and I thought that was cool. And things like that. And so I do like including the credits of these games just to recognize the people who put effort into this. Give credit to where it's due, right? So, and then what is this? The Asian portion of it, I'm assuming. Virtuous Dublin. They're kind of just outlining everything there. Assistant producer, lead programmer. Yeah, the amount of time these programmers spend in these games. Like I tried learning Unity, which is like the entire point of this channel, is just so I can like start branding in my own games and things like that. And I'm gonna start producing other content soon. I do want to include like songs and stuff, as well as like maybe vlogs. Pandemic Studios, Pandemic Australia. That was the original place where this was made from. Kind of risque in other spots. Episode 12, just like that entire scenario. I don't know. But it is a story, and it was made in 2004, and kind of just like time stamping whatever it was. That's basically what Dave Chappelle says. Like that art is basically like capturing whatever. And like, I think video games is an art in a sense, just because it's kind of like immersing you in a world as this character. I don't know if like other people want to argue that, but I definitely would. It looks like we're getting into the American side of it. What would have been cool here is kind of just like maybe outlines of the gameplay as you're kind of going through. I do like the credits, but like, kind of just like those old movies that kind of just showed something beyond just the cover art. That would be pretty cool too, if you want to like keep people. Well, I assume who's like watching the credits usually, Nobody. I'm just kind of curious too, like at these like game ending scenes, to see if there's anything else. Wow, look at that. Grant Albert really went to town on voice acting. Yeah, that's another interesting thing too, is just the voice acting sound things of it. Just being a voice actor overall. I think the Cowboy Bebop guy actually he's teaching free voice acting, which I don't know if that's still a thing. Today is June 22nd, 2021. I see ads on like social media all the time for it, so maybe if you're into voice acting, you want to check out that specific person. I believe he shows you tricks of the trade and things like that. I'm trying to remember his name. Cowboy Bebop actor. I'm not really sure. And the remix supervisor, Jason Bentley. Last name on the list. Destroy all humans. I am not green. Says the gray little man.
Step right up. Weapons, abilities, saucers, upgrades are us.
Alright, well I guess no ending scene. That's pretty much the end of the game. If you kept up with me this long, I do appreciate your support. In the upcoming weeks, just possible games, I might go pick up another Switch game. I have not played Mario Odyssey, and then I'm thinking about Battle of Bikini Bottom. I'm not sure yet, but I gotta go ahead and decide here soon. But I do appreciate your support. If you kept up with me, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. I do appreciate that. Hit the bell if you kept with me and enjoyed the series. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.